Time to get this show on the road. Well, welcome to the October edition for the Oregon City Business Alliance Forums here at the Abernathy Center. We're so excited to have all of you here again today. And guess what? It's not raining. You didn't have to bring your umbrellas with you. And supposedly we might actually see some sun breaks tomorrow before the next storm rolls in this weekend. But today we're excited and honored and privileged to have representatives from Clackamas Community College with us. They'll be doing a slide PowerPoint presentation for you on workforce development, as well as how do you retrain people if they've been laid off? How do you get them back into the workforce, being a participant, maybe learning new skills that we really don't know what the job requirements are going to be a few years from now. And so it's a challenging situation for higher education to be able to anticipate what is the actual curriculum we need to be providing to our students to prepare them for the jobs of tomorrow, not so much for the jobs of today. All right, well, I'd like to thank our sponsors for today's forum, Clackamas Community College, of course, as our main sponsor, and then our media sponsor is Oregon City News. You probably have seen that you don't see a print edition of the Oregon City News anymore. Everything's gone digital. They've been acquired by a firm called Carpenter Media, and so they're going through a lot of transitions, but they are our media sponsor, and they do promote our forums for us each month. So today, we've got a couple speakers. Gabby, what's your last name? Sloss. It's not listed here. And Julie Hugo. But before we get started with them, we're going to have Clackamas Community College President Tim Cook come up and share a few words with you. So thank you again for coming. Oh, and by the way, before I turn it over to Tim, don't forget the blue cards are for questions. Now, Gabby's got to leave at 12:20, so we're going to change our format a little bit today. We're going to go ahead and let her speak first. Then we'll take questions for her for a few minutes. Then we'll bring up Julie and finish with questions for her. And we might ask Tim to come up as well if it's a really high-level question that we need the president's engagement on. But be sure and go ahead and fill out any questions you have, and then just raise your hand, and someone from the Oregon City Business Alliance will come around and pick them up. I'll sort through them all over here on the side, and then we'll ask them at the end. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Kent. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a privilege for the college to be here in front of you. For this session today, we really wanted to focus in on workforce development and the work that we're doing at the college to make sure that folks here in Clackamas County and Oregon City are prepared for work, and those that need to retrain are also prepared for that as well, and have you listen to a little bit about the folks that actually make that happen. Not everyone knows this, but our tagline is education that works. And we're really proud to be a place that focuses, and Kent said it really well, focuses not only on today's employees, but we're always really thinking 3-5 years into the future, where we need to be headed, and we're trying to look at tea leaves and trying to figure out everything that we can to know that we have the right programs and where we need to add in the rest. It's today's fast-paced world with AI and the rest. It's difficult to keep up on that sometimes, but we've got really talented people that do this work. So I'm really pleased that both Gabby Sloss and Julie Hugo are here today to give you the folks that do the real work. I just get to get up and talk in front of you, but the folks that actually do the work and make sure that things are happening. So I'm going to step aside and let Gabby Sloss do her presentation from her area, and we'll have an opportunity to answer questions, and then Julie will come on after that. So Gabby, if you'd please come up.
Thank you, Tim. And thank you, Kent, and a special shout out to Sherry for helping organize and coordinate all of the slides for this afternoon. And thank you for being here today to hear about how Clackamas Community College is helping build a stronger workforce for our community. That works. Wait, yes. Just because I have to leave a little early, if you have questions that you still have after I'm gone, there are business cards on the table for Claire Calhoun, who I'll be sharing what her role is as our rapid response coordinator for the region, and also our general contact information. And if you have further questions, I know Julie, my director, Armetta Burney, is here that can get you my contact information if you have more. All right, so again, my name is Gabby Sloss. I serve as the Director of Workforce Development Services at Clackamas Community College. Our team focuses on connecting people and businesses to opportunity, whether that means supporting job seekers in finding their next step or helping employers build and retain strong teams. Today, one part of that work is rapid response and layoff aversion, the services we provide to support businesses and employees when layoffs or closures occur, and ideally to help prevent them. At its core, Workforce Development Services at CCC supports both sides of the workforce equation, people and employers. We deliver job placement training and career coaching for individuals, and we work with businesses to find and keep skilled talent. Sorry, I think I need to go back one. Sorry. We are part of the larger WorkSource Oregon system, but we also operate locally in schools with chambers and alongside local industry. Our work is deeply rooted in real employer needs. We're strategically placed at CCC in the Technology, Applied Science, and Public Service Division, bridging education and training to address job seekers' career goals. Rapid response is exactly what it sounds like. A coordinated, immediate response when a business announces a closure or layoff. We reach out with it usually within 48 hours, more likely like 12 to 24 hours, depending on when we get that notice, to meet with the employer, assess their needs, and plan how to support affected workers. This approach helps minimize disruption and ensure both employers and employees have access to timely, accurate information. I believe I have a quick video to share. I'll go ahead. I should be able to click it and it'll play.
In Oregon, supporting our workforce is crucial. For employers facing potential layoffs, there are resources available to help, and in some cases, avoid layoffs and closures altogether. Rapid response through WorkSource Oregon is a way to quickly help when workers lose their jobs because of layoffs, business closures, or other problems. It provides special support for both employers and the workers who are affected. Let's explore how these services can make a difference and help your employees transition during this difficult time, or possibly avoid layoffs altogether.
When we first hear that a company is considering layoffs, we reach out to introduce ourselves and explain who we are and the services we offer. We serve all affected workers, no matter their level within the company, and our services are driven by the employer's needs.
Rapid response layoff support services are flexible, collaborative, and funded to support employers and workers alike. It is voluntary for employers to participate, as rapid response is not a regulatory initiative. WorkSource Oregon services are adaptable to the individual. One is not required to use all services, but choose what best fits.
We begin by verifying the layoff or closures and gathering general information. We express our sympathy for those situations and assure them that we're here to assist in their transition. We also clarify that our goal is to support all affected employees without causing any premature departures, which could impact their eligibility for their unemployment benefits and other services.
We ask for a point of contact and see if they can answer a few questions about the layoff, covering topics like the reason for the layoff, the number of employees involved, union or lead worker information, and the expected layoff date.
Not every layoff can be avoided. In these situations, early involvement and notification can ensure smooth transitions and proactive planning for workers.
When layoffs are unavoidable, if we're notified ahead of time, we form a transition team to deliver reemployment and transitional services. This team meets periodically during the layoff timeframe to set up workshops and other supported services.
Before a rapid response information session, we distribute a worker survey to gather employees' perspectives on what they need, whether it's training, job assistance, workshops, stress management, financial management, or other services. We compile this information to tailor our support. When anticipating potential layoffs, early contact is crucial to allow us to deploy layoff aversion strategies and ensure all affected workers understand their options. Services like the Trade Act and unemployment insurance determination can make a big difference.
What can employers like you expect from Rapid Response? Let's wrap up with a comprehensive look. WorkSource Oregon is a network of public and private partners working together to support businesses and individuals by providing services that result in job attainment, retention, and advancement.
We want employees to know that we're here to support them during this challenging time. We offer a range of services to help them get back on their feet, whether it's through career change assistance, occupational training, on-the-job training, or even relocation assistance for employment opportunities outside the area.
Our goal is to help them get back to where they want to be, and we're committed to providing the resources and support they need to achieve that.
If you are facing potential layoffs, contact your local WorkSource Oregon Center today. Together, we build resilient communities.
And hopefully we all know that our local workforce source center is at 506 High Street, and it's WorkSource Clackamas, and it's just right up the road here. So in addition to rapid response, you might have heard in the video about layoff aversion, which is the other side of this coin. It's about prevention, working with employers before layoffs happen. Sometimes that looks like helping a company retain staff to fill new roles, or connecting them with short-term funding or consulting to stabilize operations. Our goal is always to keep people employed and businesses strong. So you might be asking, I mentioned about Claire Calhoun. Her card is on the table. She is our regional rapid response coordinator. And she works with a variety of different organizations to coordinate a response when we hear of a local business in our county having to close their doors. She leads this work locally. She researches warn notices that are issued by the state, contacts employers quickly, and coordinates sessions for affected staff. It's a fast-moving role that blends compassion, strategy, and partnership to support businesses and their employees during this time of transition. Rapid response sessions are on-site meetings for employees who are impacted by a layoff or closure. They provide practical information about unemployment benefits, health insurance, retraining opportunities, and other community supports. The focus is on dignity, clarity, and next steps, ensuring people walk away with a plan and connections to resources. Rapid response benefits everyone involved. For employers, it minimizes disruption and helps maintain morale. For workers, it provides early access to resources and training. It's free, confidential, and designed to protect both your people and your reputation. It's also an act of good stewardship, showing commitment to the community even in difficult times. I'd like to share one example. Is this the right one? Oh, sorry. Benefits to business and workers, my apologies. As I just mentioned, we are focused on providing supports both for business, but mostly for those job seekers or those people that are going to be affected. Whether it's making sure they know how to navigate the new UI system and accessing their benefits, to get retraining opportunities like they could access at CCC or other training providers, or other resources like the Oregon Health Plan, and sometimes even just access and information about what is available to them now that they are going to be a part of the layoff pool. A scenario that all of us are familiar with was with the closure of Willamette Falls Paper Company. Our team coordinated with the employer, our WorkSource Clackamas Center, and local partners to host on-site sessions for dozens of impacted workers. To give you a sense, we worked with children, families, and community connections of Clackamas, and their team helped us reach over 200 employees to make sure that they were aware of the benefits and resources available to them during this time, in addition to getting them connected to other employers and holding a job fair for them to make sure that they had a place to go after the closure. They received support with unemployment, training referrals, and reemployment options almost immediately. The collaboration ensured a smooth transition and maintained strong relationships across local agencies. And in another case scenario, it was Misfits Market. They worked with us early on, allowing us to prepare resources and connect employees with other local employers before their last day. That kind of early coordination makes a big difference in helping people land on their feet and supporting businesses through challenging transitions. Most of their workforce were employed by the time they had to close their doors. And that's where we measure our success. If your organization or if you hear of someone that is ever facing workforce changes, or you want to talk about how to prepare in advance, please reach out to our Rapid Response Coordinator, Claire Calhoun. We're here to help businesses navigate transitions with care, because a strong, connected workforce is at the heart of a strong Clackamas County. And while our team focuses on supporting transitions and workforce stability, Julie Hugo's team focuses on growth, helping companies strengthen their current workforce through customized training solutions. And together, that's what we mean when we say we're building a stronger workforce for our community, from prevention to growth. Thank you.
Okay, I don't see any hands raised.
That's okay, too.
William, you have a card? You want to just go ahead and read it since you're up here? You can read your writing better than I can read your writing.
I'll give you some lessons later. Are there really so many layoffs and closures in Clackamas that demand a dedicated team rather than an ad hoc team?
So that's a great question. It is somewhat of an ad hoc team, but we do have a dedicated person to coordinate all of those different people. So we have representation. Claire's the one that would reach out to a representative from our local unemployment insurance department, and then would reach out to someone at the Oregon Health Plan, and then reach out to those various resources that would then help make up a rapid response team.
So about how many requests do you get a year?
So it varies, of course. And we've also been drawn into regional efforts, especially with TriMet, when that was facing its layoffs and closures, along with Intel. So while we may focus on Clackamas County, we do help our regional partners when there's a large-scale layoff like that. But in Clackamas County, we're looking at, I would say, 2 to 3 businesses every 3 months. It's been quite an uptick, especially in the hospitality restaurant field.
Well, that answers my other one, is what areas do you serve? It sounds like it's more than just the county.
Correct. We try to be good partners, and as part of the statewide WorkSource Oregon system, we serve our neighbors and our partners and wherever we're needed.
The last question that I had was, who pays for this service?
Sure. So taxpayers and grant funding. A lot of what we do is funded through the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, or WIOA, which is a Department of Labor funding, and that funds our team and some of our positions, but the services that are provided through Rapid Response and those sessions are at no cost to anyone.
Is that, well...
Other than what we get through taxes, yes.
Yeah, no such thing as a free lunch.
No.
So are those federal grants?
Yes, we have federal, state, and actually local grants as well.
Okay, good. I think that's all the questions that I had.
Thank you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Question, we know that, William. All right, a question from the audience. What were the results from the efforts at Willamette Paper?
Sure. So as we're trying to create better ways to track data, we do have a tracking system that we're able to use when layoffs occur. And hopefully if someone enrolls in our program, meaning that they go through an eligibility process, but most folks that do get laid off are considered what we define as a dislocated worker. They are eligible for funding to get training or support services to get them through the next few months while they're looking for a job or need assistance. So the Willamette Paper Mill folks, a majority of folks either retired and moved away. A lot of them were in rural areas and decided they had gone through the layoff before in previous years, and so they said, you know what, I think I'm done with this piece and we'll transition on. A lot of the younger, newer employees that were there were able to find additional jobs through some career fairs that were set up and connections through their employer and the rapid response sessions. And then there were a few that were still trying to decide what their next steps were. So they either came to the college and accessed career services or admissions to find out what their options were. I unfortunately don't have the exact numbers or percentages to answer that question, but that was what we learned when we made contact with those employees.
Okay, and hopefully now that the city has acquired a good portion of the Willamette Falls Paper Company's site, they'll be able to create new employment opportunities and jobs as
Yes.
they redevelop that location.
Yes.
So Gabby, you mentioned that not only do you work within Clackamas County, but you partner with other entities throughout the metropolitan region. And as William was alluding to, we're probably not impacted as much here in Clackamas County when it comes to high-tech layoffs as Washington County is. When we hear about Intel laying off 10, 20% of their workforce, and a lot of those individuals were high-paid engineers, that creates a huge vacuum in the business community on how do you replace those dollars that would have been spent at restaurants, entertainment activities. They're gone.
Right.
These people probably move out of state because there's no employment available here. So your rapid response, how do you respond rapidly to a vacuum or a void that big?
Right. No, that's a great question, especially if we were going to think about it on a salary scale. There's not a lot of positions that in Clackamas County, regardless of which sector it's in, like if it's in manufacturing or healthcare, that would even meet some of those engineering position salaries. And so there's lots of things that need to be considered when you talk about, well, how do we even address that vacuum? If it's not around wage, is it about benefits? And benefits meaning not just healthcare, but also transportation benefits or childcare benefits, and what can employers add to that package, if you will, that if you can't add more in a wage or your benefits package, what other kinds of things can you add to make it attractive to come to Clackamas County? What can we say that this Clackamas is a great place to live? You have access to things. You don't have to worry about public transportation, or you don't, there's more access to schools, things like that would attract people to say, maybe I don't need this wage like I had in Washington or Multnomah County because the cost of living was higher there versus Clackamas. But those are some of the things that we talk about regionally and statewide is how do we compete? Because it's not just us, it's everyone from Lane County and below, where if it's not in that sector, what are the emerging sectors that we could even entice people in, like mass timber, like AI? Where are those things that we can use transferable skills to and create positions that still meet the needs of employers to be competitive in the global market?
All right, that's quite an answer.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Anybody else have a question before we turn it over to Julie? Going once, going twice. Julie.
hard act to follow. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Julie Hugo. I am with Customized Training and Development Services at Clackamas Community College. And I brought a script, but I have to tell a story because I love stories. The Willamette Falls Paper Company, my father retired from there in 1984. And the 506 High Street was the employment department that my mother retired from. So it feels like kismet, like family is here, literally, today. So, gotta grab the clicker. Our customized training team at Clackamas Community College offers tailored solutions to local business and industry leaders who want to grow, engage, and retain their employees. We deliver employer and business solutions, customized training, and continuing professional development offers to our partners. Our project managers can help design a plan to meet your needs, delivered on-site, on campus, or online. We work with qualified industry experts to design courses, programs, and workshops that reflect the unique requirements of an organization and industry. We offer workshops on one of our 3 campuses as well, including Oregon City, Harmony in Milwaukee, and our Wilsonville campus. These are usually targeted to working adults who want to develop themselves professionally. This is our customized training department at the college, and we have our outreach coordinator, Janelle Clinton, in the audience with us. Before coming to customized training less than 2 years ago, I worked in HR and training out in manufacturing. I worked 30 years at Oregon Tool and then a year at Grove Tech. So I'm very familiar with the employer needs of what skilled workforce is, from entry-level positions all the way up to presidents. In addition to our full-time staff, we have several associate faculty on our team helping to develop and deliver leadership, manufacturing, and business-related training to our clients. Customized Training collaborates with staff and faculty from all CCC departments to provide client-focused training. Here are some of the courses and trainings that we offer: Manufacturing Technical, CNC Print Reading, Leadership, Project Management, and Health Sciences. These courses can be delivered for credit or can be customized for your specific training or business needs. Recently, we have worked with many manufacturing and machining employers to deliver training at their locations on their schedule. Whether daily, once a week, every other week, once a month, we work with clients to deliver on a schedule that works best for them and their employees. How we partner with industry. Our training options are very flexible. We include delivery in person or virtually, although not all topics fit this model, or a combination of both. Our content can be customized to businesses' tools, processes, and goals, and we collaborate through a discovery or needs assessment with clients to determine what those needs, challenges, or skill gaps might be. And again, our on-the-site training benefits include delivery at a client's location, saving time and cost while building team connections and improved participation. Here are some of our local partners that we've worked with recently. Over the past several years, we've offered many classes through Clackamas County and partnered with them and delivered trainings to their employees at their work location. Oregon Tool is a manufacturing company located in Milwaukee that produces saw chain and other equipment for the forestry, agriculture, and construction industries. We delivered an 8-session leadership development program on site at their location in Milwaukee in 2024, and another started last month. Quick fact, Oregon Tool used to be Blunt, used to be Omark, actually started collaborating with Clackamas Community College in 1981. So they have a long history of developing and delivering courses there. At a recent Canby area chamber event, we connected with staff at Shimadzu in Canby and have delivered a leadership training program with plans to deliver more next year. Many of you may be familiar with North Clackamas Women in Leadership and Management Academy, and our customized training team developed and delivers the leadership sessions for the group, which includes topics like authentic leadership, communication, coaching, performance management, conflict management, and goal setting. We're very proud of the trainings that we deliver to our local clientele, and here are some of the feedback that we've gathered from participants. My favorite one that we're really proud of is a recent project management participant shared. I've taken many classes in my career, and this is the first class that I've taken where I immediately have the tools to do my job. Here's a screenshot of our LinkedIn page that we're very proud of. We're almost up to 700 followers, and we've only had it up for about 8 months, maybe 10 months. It shows what our team is involved in and shares out upcoming workshops, information about CCC events, including job fairs, career technical, education camps, as well as chamber events, and other industry and community-related information. By following the Customized Training and Development Services page, you'll stay up to date on many of our workshops delivered at one of our 3 campuses and other networking or industry-specific events. In November, our Customized Training team will be hosting the Oregon chapter of Women in Manufacturing, introducing manufacturing businesses to our training options and services, as well as giving a tour of our Industrial Technology Center, including the makerspace and our manual machining and CNC labs. While engaging with industry, we found that the entry-level technical skills and leadership are the most requested training. While we've delivered training to businesses at their locations in the past year, including Leatherman, Oregon Tool, and Shimatsu, this past fall, we've scheduled both a print reading and emerging leader training series that are open to businesses to send their staff, and we're offering those on our campuses. The 6-week print reading workshop is delivered at our Oregon City location for 3 hours a week. The 6-week emerging leader is being delivered at our Wilsonville campus 4 hours a week. And we have plans to offer more leadership and manufacturing related trainings on our campuses in Q1 of next year. Again, we share out information about upcoming workshops on our LinkedIn page on the CCC site. So this is where you take out your phones and you scan the QR code. If you'd like to learn more about our workshops and trainings, please connect with me. We'll connect over through the business card or shooting an email. In addition to workforce development and customized training, continuing to build a stronger workforce in our community, CCC has other programs and departments that support local businesses and the development of their staff. Our robust apprenticeship programs include machinist, plumber, painter, and several electrician tracks, including high voltage, limited energy systems, protective signaling, and limited maintenance electrician. If you visit any of our campuses in the evening, you will see several full parking lots, as many of our apprentices work during the day and then take classes at night. Our career services team can also help employers connect to current students as well as recent graduates. We can add you to our contact list, or if you're interested in any of our upcoming career fairs or hiring events. The Small Business Development Center is located at CCC's Harmony campus in Milwaukee. They offer a variety of resources to help businesses start, grow, and thrive. They also offer one-on-one business counseling for free. Here's my contact information if you have any questions. And William, I'm sure you wrote down at least one question, so I'm ready. He's still writing. Okay. All right, you missed your chance, William.
Yeah, get used to William. He always has a few good questions for us. Okay, well, thank you, Julie. Thank you very much for providing us information on your customized training and workshops. Does anybody have a question? Well, why am I not surprised? Do you have a card? No, I have a question. Oh, okay. Do you want me to come to you? I can do that. Can you just describe the microphone on you? Yeah, the Zoom's got to hear your voice.
Could you give us just one success story of a specific business and how it turned out?
Okay, I won't use Oregon Tool. I did work with, so I've only been with the college about 2 years, but I know that lean manufacturing training has really helped a lot of the local companies. Grove Tech Manufacturing out in Gresham, they were located in Clackamas for many years, really invested in their employees, and a lot of that was attributed to the college. And they grew so much, they moved out to Wood Village, but are still thriving and doing really well.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. Political and economic uncertainties, as well as artificial intelligence, may dramatically impact the nature of work itself. Which sectors do you see shrinking or expanding in the future, and how will Clackamas Community College address these issues?
Good question. That has to come from William. No? Okay, all right. Well, I'll give you
It's
credit,
really good
partial
handwriting, though.
Nice. We do stay abreast. I mentioned earlier that we're part of Women in Manufacturing. We're also part of the Pacific Northwest Defense Coalition. We attend a lot of the local manufacturing business events and workshops, conferences and whatnot to get an idea of what's out there. And I will say that AI is kind of the topic, but we're not seeing a lot of requests from AI workshop quite yet. We know it's out there from our point of view. We can see that it's affecting manufacturing, but we haven't yet been reached out to specifically on, hey, can you provide a manufacturing-related AI. I know we're members of the Tualatin Chamber as well, and they've done some AI-related workshops that we've attended, but have not sponsored or presented on.
Okay, and kind of a follow-up to that is we know across the world, businesses are investing millions, if not billions of dollars in artificial intelligence technology. But as a consequence of that, we're also seeing massive layoffs of certain type of jobs. But one of the jobs that's expected to grow as these companies become more efficient and can generate more product is contractors. They're going to need more electricians, more plumbers, more people that know how to build things. Are you seeing an uptick in the registration by your students to learn that type of training?
That's specific to our apprenticeship program, which is not my wheelhouse, but we are seeing a lot more of registration, especially for the trades. Our manufacturing program is growing. We have, again, the machinist program. The majority of our electrical trades are out in Wilsonville. So again, those campuses are busy in the evening, and we're seeing a lot of requests come through for specifically machining and CNC machinists. That's a big one.
Oh, I believe it. I've
Yeah.
seen some of these machines you have on campus. They're just unbelievable. And I may not pronounce this correctly, but does CCC provide any Six Sigma training?
Yes, we do. We do have a course in our catalog. I want to say it's Intro to Lean Manufacturing, and one of the topics covered in there is Six Sigma. So it's a specific three credit course, if not a 4 credit. And our team can basically take anything out of the catalog and deliver it to a company. So yes, we do have that program.
Okay, great. What services or classes do you provide in the water industry? Any apprenticeship programs or internships?
We do connect our career services with interns. Again, that's not my department. I know our WET program is pretty popular. A lot of enrollment there, so it's growing for sure.
Okay. Given the goal of workforce development, how do you measure your success? That is beyond mere attendance counts at your workshops and customized training programs. What metrics do you employ?
We really look for feedback. We're working on some surveys to reach out to our industry partners to say, what training do you need? Are we delivering the right courses and programs, not necessarily just in customized, but in our programs at the college? So that's an important part, is staying abreast of what companies are requesting.
Your partner here wants to
Yes,
borrow the microphone.
I can see her waving.
I would just add, in terms of how we measure success, we are in charge of also making sure that people get employment at least 3 months after they've completed their training, if not sooner, and then stay in that training for a full year, or that employment for a full year. And then we also track their average wage, along with benefits if those have been collected, or other systems like that. So we do have some metrics or systems that we can use to measure success, because that's what's required from our Department of Labor, Employment, and other funding streams as well. We use surveys as well, feedback mechanisms, but also one-on-one case management. So we reach back out to those that we've worked with to try to get that information.
And we do track,
Thank you, Gabby.
For our department, the repeat customers. Like, we've been working with Oregon Tool since 1981. That's a good measure of success. Clackamas County, the repeat clients is another measure, and we do have a tracking system for that.
Okay, great. Does Clackamas Community College provide any programs on long-term care?
I don't believe we do, no. The nursing, we do have a very healthy and active health sciences department on our Harmony campus, and very full enrollment there, but not specific. We do offer gerontology classes. Thank goodness the dean from the technical and applied sciences.
Yes, and who are you?
Hi, everyone. My name is Armetta Burney, the Dean of the Technology, Applied Science, and Public Services Division. I have the honor of working with both Julie and Gabby. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We're glad you're here. All right, Petronella, you raised your hand. You want to come up front? We always like to hear what you have to share.
Hi.
Hello, Petronella.
Nice to see you on this end.
Yes.
So that question was for me, the long-term care. So I appreciate the answer there, but I'm looking more, I see that the high school here too for the Oregon City. So I'm looking at, and I work in long-term care where you have these assisted livings or adult care homes that need caregivers. That need, I'm not maybe CNAs, but that training, I do a training. I would love it to partner up with somebody that can actually do the training for us. Because you're talking about, somebody, I don't need them to have a nursing degree. I need them, I would be, love to train them, but we need employees. We are a workforce for the long-term care is really a big need here in the state of Oregon. And in the next 10 to 15 years, we're gonna need more workers. And AI can't take our jobs. So,
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
Yes.
So anyway, I was wondering if there was anything at CCC.
Let's follow up, and I'll get you connected with Career Services as well as our Health Sciences Director.
All right.
Yes.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of seniors 10, 15 years from now are going to have their personal robot. So stay tuned. Their AI may find a way to go ahead and fill those positions, I'm afraid. So I saw you writing on a blue card. Do you have a question? Well, raise your hand. Let's have them. Here, wait. If you want to, no, we have to. We're recording this.
Oh, you didn't tell me that, Kent.
So you mentioned women in manufacturing. So are you guys doing any efforts to promote women into the trades? As you mentioned, there's quite a vacuum with high-paid jobs, and the construction industry, the wages are as high, if not higher, than engineering, and going up, because for every 10 that are retiring, only 3 are coming in. So as women in the construction,
I love that question because I grew up in manufacturing, and there's not enough women in manufacturing. While I was at Oregon Tool, they joined the chapter of Oregon Women in Manufacturing. When I came to the college, Armetta and I had many conversations of, okay, where do businesses and organizations and manufacturers hang out? And we're not necessarily promoting our team, but trying to connect with manufacturers. We see a lot of activity. We do a spring manufacturing fair, career fair, as well as manufacturing day, which I like to say every day is manufacturing day and when you work in manufacturing. But we do have a manufacturing day in October, which is the first Friday of October. So there's a lot of efforts about manufacturing, and then of course, we're seeing more women in manufacturing, at least from my point of view. Student-wise? We do have a career technical education summer camp that goes all week, covers manufacturing, CNC. We have an arts component on that. Welding is there. What else is going on? Health sciences has.
There's quite a great mix of all types of high school students to provide them with some exposure to the trades. And so in addition to that, we offer dual credit, a CTE dual credit. And so we have many high school students that participate in those courses as well.
Yes.
I just had one question. Do you offer opportunity for businesses to sponsor a child or a youth?
We have a lot of, our
programs?
foundation does a lot of work around that. We've had a lot of businesses reach out and want to support that way. So there's always donations through the foundation. I'll give you my card and we'll connect, and maybe that Women in Manufacturing event on November 20th from 2:30 to 4:30 at the college might be something of interest to you. Yes. Did you catch that plug? You like that? Yeah.
You have 2 questions.
I did. It kind of piggybacked. So it doesn't sound like specifically for the trades, but manufacturing. So I know we have electric, which is great, and some apprenticeship opportunities there. But we see in the schools, we're seeing a combination of us putting the trades programs back into the schools, but some are still removing them. What are your thoughts on continuing to add those back in, because they are truly critical?
Yeah,
Thanks for coming, Armetta.
Would you like to stand up here?
Sure. Thanks. I would just say we are seeing an increase in the interest of CTE programs, especially at the high school level. One of the things we recognize is that when our high school students participate in CTE courses, that increases the likelihood of their graduation and completion. So we continue to promote those dual credit opportunities at the high school. So we are seeing an increased interest in CTE programming at the high school level.
Well, we're kind of disobeying the rules here. Blue cards,
It's
please.
Laura.
Blue cards, please.
I couldn't write this one fast enough. So because we were talking about the women in industry and business, so what wraparound services is Clackamas Community providing for supportive childcare services, housing assistance, those kinds of things to help people get back into the workforce?
Okay.
That was a
That's
lot.
all right, Laura. We'll forgive you this time.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to answer that one.
Here, I'm coming back. I got a second microphone.
I'll just say another thing that we recognize is that our students have lots of needs. And so we realize that we can provide the academics that students need, but if we don't provide our students with those wraparound support services, then the likelihood of their success is diminished. And so we offer emergency grants for students that can help close those gaps for childcare, and other types of services that they need to help ensure their persistence and completion to reach their academic and career goals. So the answer to that question is yes, absolutely. We do have funding to close those gaps for students, and our president just participated in a run across all 17 colleges for that specific reason, to raise funds to ensure that we can help our students close those gaps that they have for their basic needs. So we realize that's critical.
I don't think we should let you leave. I think we're going to keep you up here for a while. You're a wealth of information. Does anybody have any more questions for her? Okay. Gail. Oh, wait, Gail. Anybody who'd like to speak, the camera's aimed up here, so we'd really appreciate it if you come on up here. Yeah, Gail's with the Oregon City School District.
Dale, yes, hi. I just want to thank the partnership we have with CCC. I know a lot of our high schools and districts in the county, including Oregon City, we have pathways so that we are building up more CT opportunities in our schools. I think if anybody is trimming them, either it's due to finances and they're setting priorities around making sure kids graduate just because of the finance, but we have a really great relationship with CCC and definitely are giving opportunities to our kids to take those pathways. So.
All right, thank you. We appreciate it. And speaking on behalf of the Oregon City Business Alliance, we wholeheartedly echo what Gail's comments were about how fortunate we are to have such an amazing educational facility right here in our backyard in Clackamas Community College. You touch so many people's lives in all age groups. You're not just specific to a certain demographic. You invite everyone, and the benefits are life-lasting. So again, many thanks. We're glad your bond measure got approved last time. And I'd like to also thank the Abernathy Center. Oh, okay, here we go. Look at the camera.
Thank you, Ken. Thanks everyone. There was a couple comments. Thank you, Julie, and Gabby left, so I'll thank Gabby later. But thank you so much. There were just a couple follow-ups I wanted to add before we close out today that were brought up tonight. First, I want to call out, thanks Dale, for the OC partnership with Oregon City is fantastic. And if you didn't know this, Oregon City High School is now doing a pre-apprenticeship program for the trades that is really first in the state. I mean, it's really fantastic and very innovative. So props to OCHS. We talked about apprenticeships. We're talking about women in the trades, construction, the rest. A lot of people don't know, we mentioned apprenticeships here, but we educate over 1,400 apprentices every year in over 11 different categories. Construction's a smaller one, and we need to really expand and do some more of that, but we're doing quite a bit of work in that area. And so when you hear people talk about, oh, you should go to trade school, that's us, and a lot of people don't think about that. And so make sure they stop by, and we can really educate them on what's available there. And then the WET program was brought up, the Water Environmental Technology Program. I see Greg Geist over here. We're really proud of that program. It's not a huge program, but we're providing education for students that end up working down at Greg's area that are working, with water, making sure we have clean water, making sure all of those pieces there. They're doing internships there. They've got scholarships set up for those students. And Intel was brought up. So, Intel needs super, super clean water for when they're making their chips. We're the ones that educate the students that do that. And so, these are things that people don't necessarily know that go on here. We do quite a bit around that. And then AI was the one that I wrote down. I think the question was what occupations are gonna go away with AI? What occupations are gonna come up? I wish I had the magic ball for that answer. What I will say is what I've been hearing over and over again, that AI is not going to take your job, but somebody who knows how to use AI will take your job. And so our task right now is through all of our programs to really educate students and how to use AI as a tool and how to really make sure that they understand and work through that. So we're at this place now where we're really trying to figure out how do we incorporate and infuse artificial intelligence throughout all of our work. Because there are a number of jobs that I don't know that any job anymore is really AI proof. There will be some part of it that we'll use, and so it's on all of us to really understand and use that as we move forward. So I just want to thank Julie and Gabby, but I want to thank all of you for supporting Clackamas Community College. We couldn't do the work without the support from this community. So thank you.
And Tim, before you sit down, this is truly the marathon man. And I mean that literally. He is a runner. How many miles did you run?
So if you didn't hear, this last summer I ran 1,411 miles in 52 days across the state of Oregon to all 17 community colleges. It was about 27, 28 miles per day. My longest day I think was 35. I lost 5 toenails. I had a lot of blisters. It was really crazy. I was raising awareness for community colleges. If you don't know, in Oregon there are over 200,000 community college students. 52% of all students in higher ed go to community college, more than the 4 years. But we don't have big marketing budgets. We don't have football teams. And so I needed to do something kind of audacious to get some attention for the work that we do collectively, all 17 of us. And so that was a big part of it, was to bring awareness. and then raise some funds. Many of our students are struggling with housing insecurity, food insecurity, and we're seeing students that are really trying to better their lives, but they're like one electric bill away from, becoming homeless. They're, they don't have the food that they need. Our food pantries are going out, and there's challenges now to SNAP. It's just increasing. So that was the work that I did over the summer, was really to try to help with that. And so I was happy to do it, but I'm not going to do it again.
No, I heard you're training for the next Ironman. But that is impressive. That is just truly amazing. We would kind of follow you through your travels as to where you were and where you were headed. And I go, I think there's some hills involved in some of those parts of Oregon. So you had to go through all terrain, rain, sun.
It was many days were about 90, 95 degrees. It was very hot. Southern Oregon was very hot. I looked at elevation overall at the end. I climbed Mount Everest twice, was the equation there. And so it was not an easy run. I mean, Oregon's a beautiful place, but it's pretty darn hilly. Yeah.
Well, it looks like you survived. I don't know how many pairs of running shoes you went through, but 6 pairs. Okay. Oh, over here, William.
Let me tag on to your comment about being a marathon man. And I see the running that you did as also as a metaphor for your determination and your desire to make education a priority in our state. And it's not just the running, it's the fact that you persevered, that you kept through it, you kept your promises, you kept at it, and you didn't give up. And I salute you, sir. Thank you very much.
Did we have another question over here? I thought I saw somebody raise their hand, but maybe that was just out of the corner of my eye. Well, I want to thank the Abernathy Center staff. I wish they were out here. They all went back in the kitchen, I guess, to clean everything up. But again, for just an amazing buffet, I'm always excited to see what they come out with, because I have no idea what we're going to have each month as our buffet. But here you go. Now tell everybody else on the staff that I'm acknowledging what a great job you did. It truly is delicious. And if you haven't had one of their desserts, I noticed they brought the dessert tray back out. So go ahead, and if you don't want to eat it here, they probably have some napkins. You can take it home and have it as your midnight snack later on. But I want to thank our speakers again today. Abby, she had to leave, but Julie, Tim, just a great job. Education's so important in defining who we are. And you've got to be on that cutting edge. You can't wait to see what's going to happen. You have to be proactive. You have to plan for what's going to happen. And that's where you're challenged, because so many of us don't know exactly what is going to happen. But we've got great minds at the community college that are working behind this, and I feel confident that you will come through with something. Before I finish up, Oregon City staff has asked us to put out requests for recruitment for various advisory boards, positions, planning commission. So if any of you would consider being on one of those committees, just email the OCBA and we will get you a list of all the positions that are vacant and available. You can go through the list, see if any of those are of interest to you, but they're actively pursuing recruitment right now to fill every one of those vacant seats. So next month, we're going to get into the challenges facing medical care. Do you think they have any challenges right now? Have you heard about Medicaid lately and just the costs of health care? How do we take care of everyone that needs health care? It's spiraling out of control. And in talking with some people that represent the hospitals here, they're not sure if they'll ever be able to meet that challenge. So it's something, again, we're going to have to do a deep dive into and really try to find solutions that will work for the majority of the people in our community. And some people are going to be impacted, but we've got to think what's best for the whole entire region. So Willamette Falls Hospital, Providence, will be our panel presentation next month. I hope you can come. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be another great slide presentation. So between now and then, stay dry. Enjoy the changing of the colors. Right now is a beautiful time of year to look at all the trees. They're turning bright orange, yellow, and red. And enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you in November. Thank you.